I'm like I'm playing scared.
What? No, don't be afraid.
I'm playing.
I'm just making sure everything is set up and going okay. Let's see. All right, hold on a second. Okay. All right, let me just get some things cleared here. Some things cleared there. No, I told you, don't bust in yet. I got to introduce you. All right, let me make sure the comments are showing. Happy Saturday, ICC friends. It's your girl, Xaviera. And I know I had to start the live chat and then delete it and then start another one because it said Friday night chat. And I was like, it's bad enough that I'm showing up a whole day late. Like, how I'm going to have the thing saying Friday night and it is clearly Saturday night. But before we get started, I have a very special guest in the building tonight. She really needs no introduction. She is a huge, important part of Ice Cream Convos. She is my motivation. She's the reason why I work so hard. She's one of the people on this planet who makes me most happy in life. And yeah, I'm not sure if you guys have an idea who it could possibly be, but as you guys come in, to tonight's chat, I just wanted to take an opportunity to introduce you to my special guest who can't really be seen on camera just yet because I haven't introduced her. So you shouldn't be able to see her just yet. But I guess now that you guys are here, I mean, yeah, we live, Reezy. I see my ICC friends coming in. What's up, William? What's up, Faye? What's up, Reezy, Tony, Cookie, Terry? We in here. And it's a lot to talk about tonight. But before I do all that, I want to introduce you guys to my special guest. She's been on this planet for 4 years and she's made quite an impact. She's beautiful. She's smart. She knows her numbers. She knows her letters. And yeah, I know, guys. I read. I'm picking up what you're putting down, Tony. But I would like to introduce you all to my grandbaby, Evie, who is responsible for updating my calendar here. But this is my grandbaby. Oh, and she brought Onika with her.
Sarah.
Oh, Sarah?
Yeah.
Okay. It's given Onika, but All right. Say hi, Bunkin.
Hi, my name is Eve.
Yes. All right. So you out? You just want to say hi? Tell everybody real quick. Just say thank you for supporting Ice Cream Convos. Look right here into the camera.
Thank you for supporting Ice Cream Convos.
Say thank you for holding down my Shuggy.
Thank you for holding down my Shuggy.
And being part of her internet family.
And being part of her internet family.
And tell them what we did today.
We did.
Where did I take you today?
My Shuggy took me to the movie If.
Yes, we went to see the movie If, and it was really, really sweet. And but I thought it would be more entertaining for someone her age, but no, it's more like a big kid adult movie. So after a while, she looked at me and she was like, "Can we leave?" But she enjoyed the film nonetheless.
Yeah, but tomorrow I'm going to see Garfield the movie.
Yes, tomorrow we're going to an advanced screening of Garfield. So she's very excited about that. And my ICC friends are saying hi to you. And Miss Cook said, "You're getting so big and beautiful." What do you say?
Thank you.
Mm-hmm. Okay, here. Get your toys. And when you leave out, just close my door. And don't forget your iPad. Okay. All right, guys. Thank you for indulging that sweet interruption. But yeah, so last night I was ready to make my big comeback on the Friday night chat because, I had missed 2 weeks in a row. And I had missed those 2 weeks because Eve was here and she's having a tough time getting out the room. Eve was here and I just wanted to kind of dedicate that time and energy to her, just because she feels like I really work all the time, which is true. But last night I was like, oh my gosh, it is so much going on in entertainment and celebrity news. I have to do a live chat. I got to link up with my ICC family. And then it got to a point where it was like, I had to make a life decision. It was like, do I get on the chat and talk about what's going on, or do I document what's going on and get it on the website for the people who may not necessarily check into the chat, for the people who may not necessarily just read? So like the people who, I have a group of people who are just solely dedicated to my website. They don't care about social media. They don't care about live chats. They don't care about YouTube and blah, 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 blah. They just go to the site. So I'm like, well, if I'm over here kicking it on the live chat and not updating the website, then the people who rely on the website aren't. Child, I got a tweet today from somebody that was like, friend, you putting in work. And I was like, I'm tired, boss. Because y'all, and technically, y'all are kind of like my virtual bosses. I was like, I'm tired, boss. I'm tired. But we're going to get into all of that tonight. We do have a lot of ground to cover. Of course, I already see you guys talking about Diddy in the comments. We are live on Facebook and YouTube tonight. The only thing that I ask that you do, if you would be so kind enough to share tonight's chat to let the other ICC friends who may not receive the notification or whatever know that we're on here chatting. And just let me know where you're checking in from. I see my usual suspects, you know, my VIPs already in the building. But if this is your first time tuning into a live chat with me, I am Xaviera. I'm the CEO and editor of Ice Cream Conversations, where we serve delicious scoops of entertainment and celebrity news. We come on for about an hour, depending on how good the conversation goes. Like one night we was on here wilding until like for 2 hours. But it just depends on how well the conversation goes. And we talk about the top stories in entertainment and celebrity news. I just kind of basically give you my personal opinion on it, the opinions that I kind of refrain from when I'm writing on the website. But I see that I see you guys coming in. I'm so happy. All right, bet. So we got a lot of ground to cover. The first thing that I would like to get into is, let's talk about the epidemics that we are undergoing, because this Diddy stuff, I'm going to save that for the next section because it's a lot to unpack there. So let me just go ahead and tag into the stuff that we can kind of jump into, jump out of, and keep it pushing. But the first thing I want to talk about is the epidemic that we are experiencing. We are experiencing an epidemic of clout chasing. This past week, we had Eddie Winslow, Darius McCrary, but y'all know him as Eddie Winslow. Him and Sidney Starr. Now, first of all, I saw Eddie Winslow trending for 2 days. And I was just like, he probably missed his child support payments again. Not being shady, just speaking actual factuals. I'm like, oh, he probably got arrested or something again for his child support. So I ain't even studying it. But then something came across my radar, and it was like Eddie Winslow, Sidney Starr, OnlyFans. And I was like, skirt, hold on. Let me turn this car around real quick and see what's going on over here on this side of the internet. So I pull over. I get out the car and I go over to see what's going on. So basically what had happened was Sidney Starr posted this video of her and Eddie Winslow. Now, if y'all remember in the back, I'm going to say it was a couple years ago, Eddie and Sidney kind of popped out on social media together. They was all booed up and stuff. And everybody was like, oh, this what you're doing, Eddie? You might want to get on the phone with Chingy real quick and see how this could potentially turn out. But I was like, okay, here's the thing. I'm at a position and a place in my life where I ain't judging what you like. If you, whatever you like, whatever floats your boat, whatever lifts your sail, that's between you and Heavenly Father. It is not for me to judge, but I'm going to look and I might give you my opinion on it, but I'm not going to judge, because at the end of the day, ain't none of my business, but it is on my website. So I'm like, okay, they popped out. So then it's appeared they have spun the block, and Sidney posts this video and she all bending over, and she, doing the little booty on Eddie Winslow, and she leaned back and Eddie Winslow kissed her in the mouth and all this stuff. And I'm like, okay. So she was like, if you want to see the rest of what happens after this, then go to my OnlyFans. Now, me, because Sidney Starr is so far off of my radar, I ain't even know she was busting it wide open on OnlyFans. I knew she was trying to, get in the reality TV circuit over there on Zeus or whatever. I had no idea she was busting it open on OnlyFans. But again, not my ministry, not my circus, not my clowns. I was like, girl, do what you're going to do. Okay. So I'm like, okay, she busting it open on OnlyFans, but now Eddie Winslow done got in on it. But I was like, this isn't far-fetched. This man is very much behind on his child support. He has gotten locked up multiple times. He has been embarrassed by these stories coming out with him and his ex-wife. And so I was not surprised at the idea of Eddie Winslow doing something strange for a little piece of change on the OnlyFans streets. I was like, okay. But because I pay attention, I immediately realized, hey, this footage looks familiar. So what I did was I went back into my files and I said, oh, this video is actually from either 2020 or 2021. And Sidney Starr is still up to her clout chasing games. This is the same formula and the same nonsense she did to Chingy. She stood next to Chingy, took a picture, told everybody they were sleeping together, derailed Chingy's entire career. And the man still trying to get back on his feet. So I said, oh, so she's basically still up to her clout chasing shenanigans, but this time Eddie Winslow is the culprit. Now, I don't feel as bad for Eddie Winslow because he participated in the reindeer games. You know, he wanted to all grind on her butt and do the photo shoot and both of them so they can get attention and spark dating rumors and all that. So Eddie, if you play with a puppy, they're going to lick you in the mouth. And that's exactly what happened this week because Sidney Starr repurposed content that was at least 3 to 4 years old and put it back out and then claimed that her and Eddie were on OnlyFans having sex. I know he did not anticipate that in the year of our Lord 2024, but I mean, at this point, what can we anticipate in 2024 other than people getting exposed, right? So then the next day, couple days later, Eddie pops up with Sidney on Instagram and he all like, man, like, y'all know I ain't doing that. You know, that's your thing. You know, that's your thing. And this, that, and the third. And he like, but he looked like a deer in headlights. He didn't. And I realized he didn't want to throw Sidney under the bus, but he wanted us to know he is not clapping her cheeks in the streets of OnlyFans. So she like, we the new Krishan and Blueface. And he was like, Krishan and Blueface. No, see, this is what happens. When you start chasing clout, sometimes you find yourself running so fast you tear an ACL and you don't realize that you have gone too far. And that's what happened with Eddie Winslow. Anybody who messed with Sidney Starr at this point in the game and knowing her history, knowing her Carfax report, you get what you get and you don't get mad. I mean, that's it. You get what you get and you don't get mad. So shout out to Eddie Winslow. At this point, he is not over there on OnlyFans. And shout out to all of y'all who fell for the banana in the tailpipe and went and bought a subscription because you wanted to see Eddie Winslow clapping Sidney Starr's cheeks. But again, I don't judge. Whatever you like, baby. Whatever you like. I don't judge. But while we're talking about the epidemic of clout chasing, let's talk about Clay Gravesande. I think his name is Gravesande. I like saying Gravesande. It feels, fancy. So Clay, from season 6 of Love is Blind, the one who famously left AD at the altar, the one who is contender of 2024 Fuckboy of the Year, Clay, yes, Clay. He popped out in the streets of social media with Celina Powell. And I said, Clay. You went from AD on Love is Blind to Celina Powell. It's like going from the pearly gates to like the basement of hell. Like, what are you doing, sir? Like, literally, what are you doing? They are booed up in the bed. She done posted pictures. They kissing in the mouth. She captioned it, my man. And I'm just like, Clay, you got a real good mama. Shout out to Miss Margarita. And you out here not only embarrassing yourself, you embarrassing your mama. And at this point, you embarrassing the Black community. Those who identify in the same census with you. Because at this point, I'll be clicking other sometimes. Because y'all be doing too much. I'll be clicking other. But Celina Powell. Like, Celina been passed around more than a blunt backstage at a Snoop Dogg concert. And I'm not here to judge her, how she get her change. Because she one of the OnlyFans girls. But, sir, You talking about stunts and shows. Her and Sidney Starr kind of like, but nah, Celina's up here. Because y'all remember when Celina outed Snoop Dogg? Celina popped up with little Meech BMF chain on. Celina been, listen, Cat Stacks walked so Celina Powell could run. Y'all remember Cat Stacks? Lord, where is Cat Stacks? Because Cat Stacks had y'all favorite celebrities in a damn chokehold, just exposing them left and right. And I don't know what it is about men who, like, I don't know what it is in a man's brain that makes him want to, like, get in line. And I guess this is the best way to describe it. Like, get in line to knock off a chick who already got high mileage. I don't like, and is known for having high. I don't understand that. I wouldn't trust the condom that much to do that. I wouldn't. I would be in a full latex bodysuit. Actually, I wouldn't even do it. But then Clay pops out with her. And then Clay's mama was like, son, you need to seek God. You need to turn your life around because what you doing out here, and y'all so wild that y'all sent, because one thing black folks gonna do is tell. We're gonna run tell that. Unless it's like a crime in the neighborhood and you don't want a no snitching policy. But y'all was so dead serious about Clay that y'all went and collected intel on Celina Powell and sent it to Clay's mama. Now, why on earth do y'all think Miss Margarita want to watch Celina Powell get her cheeks clapped? Or watch her choke on a glizzy? Why did y'all think Miss Margarita wanted to see that? Y'all like, Miss Margarita, come here. This what your son doing and this who he doing it with. Clay is a grown man. He's a grown man. Why did y'all go tell that boy mama? That man's mama. I don't even feel comfortable calling him a man because he carries himself like a boy. So maybe, But y'all went and told his mama. Y'all was wilding. So then it escalated to the point of him not claiming her putting him on blast for going to Belize with another porn star, some girl named Willow Ryder. Like, Clay, I don't know what you're trying to achieve. But then he goes on the Rory and Mal podcast and basically says that him and Celina, they only linked up. He didn't smash. They weren't in a relationship. She wants to get married and have babies, but he was like, I'm not the guy for you. They only linked up to do TikToks. I said, sir, if you were just chasing clout, say that. Just say that. You don't link up with a known pro to make TikToks and kiss her in the mouth. Clay, make it make sense, baby. I know you still trying to extend your 15 minutes of fame, but right now it ain't even looking good. It's not looking good at all. But during his interview on Rory and Mal, Clay did admit that he is addicted to women, sex, and lust. And I said, oh, all right, well, at least he's self-aware. He did say that he is still in therapy. And he said his therapist is a Black woman. So y'all pray for that sister because I know she tired. She real tired. Pray for her. I know she tired. She's sick and she tired. Speaking of sick and tired, Clay's former publicist, while he was doing all those antics during the week, I think her name is something like Jalen McKee. She put out a statement. And she basically said, listen, while I was his publicist, our goal was to not bash Black women or something to respect and love Black women, so on and so forth, blah, 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 blah. But she basically put out this statement to say, whoop, whoop, my name is Bennett and I ain't in it. At this point, my name Bennett and I ain't in it. But that statement came down less than 24 hours later after social media dragged her because apparently this publicist was in the streets of Twitter in her replies clapping at Black women who were critiquing Clay for his fuckboy activity. Now, sis. So by the time I got ready to go get the statement, sis had already deleted it. I said, oh, okay. So Clay let me be the first to tell you that your 15 minutes are up. It's time for us to go ahead and, let's just move the conversation forward without you in it. Because when you got pros and pass arounds clapping at you and saying F your mama, calling your mama an old lady, like, sir, you done went too far. Now you're putting your mama in a position to be disrespected. If you want to disrespect yourself, that's fine. But now you're putting your mom in a position to be disrespected. So it's time for you to look in the mirror for a long time. Turn off the future tracks. Turn off all those other toxic rappers. Look at yourself and rededicate yourself to the Lord like your mama asked you to. Because we tired. Love is but the season over. The rest of the cast knew that they did their little media press for maybe about a week to go ahead and give the behind the scenes. And after that, they went and sat down. Clay, go lay down, go lay down, go lay down. We tired now. It's night. Go lay down, Clay. But as if we didn't have enough people chasing clout this week, can I talk about Mr. Unbraid My Hair? The DMV, I need the DMV to come to the front of the congregation. I need the DMV to come to the front because I heard he one of y'all's. Now, my intel, I don't know if my intel is wrong, but I heard that the teacher who liked for students to paint his nails and take out his braids is teaching in the DMV area, or was teaching in the DMV area. I'm still not sure about that. But let's talk about Mr. Unbraid My Hair for a second. Now, for those of you who listen to the Ice Cream Convos podcast, Carla and I already did a deep dive on this. And very, very good conversation. If you have not listened to the Ice Cream Convos podcast, shout out to my bestie, Carla, who co-hosts the show with me. But let's have a conversation about this, and let's keep it short and sweet because, again, 15 minutes are up. Let's progress the conversation. Go lay down with your bonnet on so you don't mess up your braids. Okay, sir? But anyway, this teacher, science teacher, went viral. I think this has been going on for about maybe 2 weeks now, maybe 3. But he went viral because he had about 4 young queens, young princesses that he teaches in his science class take out his braids to prepare him for a hair appointment. He clarified that they were taking out the braids at the end of class on a Friday. Okay. This teacher is also kind of moonlighting as a social media content creator. So everything is content. Like when you really in your social media content creation bag, everything is content. That's why I don't win. And that's why I'm not good at it, because I don't look at everything as content. If I go out and eat with my family, I don't say, oh, let me grab my phone because this content. But there are some people who are deep in their content creation bag, and that's what they do, to the point of pouring gasoline on themselves and setting themselves ablaze in the streets of social media. And that's what Mr. Unbraid My Hair did. So he posted this video of these students taking out his braids. Now, I have not really verbalized how I felt about this outside of the podcast because I literally wrote on Facebook, I don't feel like arguing with y'all. So I'm going to keep my opinion to myself because I saw how strongly people felt about this. You were either on the side of it was unprofessional, it should not have happened, or I don't understand what the big deal is, and so on and so forth. Okay. Me as a mom of 3, and I have 2 daughters. My son is 32, my daughter is 29, and my last baby is 15. I would be mortified if I opened my cell phone and got on Instagram and saw a video of my daughter taking out someone's hair. Her teacher. Not someone, her teacher. Her male teacher, her female teacher. I don't give a darn. I don't send my child to school to do hair. Now, if she was at cosmetology school, that would be a different situation. But these kids are in middle school. My child is 15 in high school. So I'm not even sure what the age of these kids are. But I didn't look at it and think sexualized. I didn't think predator. It was more like, Negro, I don't send my child to school to be doing your hair. And then there was another video of a little girl painting his fingernails. And I'm like, sir, if you aggregate all of this content, it literally looks like you have students, you are using your students to groom you. And when I mean groom, I don't mean groom in the sense of grooming a girl so when she gets older, you can take advantage of her. I'm talking about old school grooming, combing your hair, doing your nails. I don't know if he had anybody plucking chin hairs out. I don't know. But what I'm saying is, that's not what I sent my child to school for. And I don't care if it was at the end of class. I don't care if it was a Friday and school is out at 3:00 and they was taking your braids out at 2:59. That's not what I sent my child to school for. It's not. And I was raised old school, and I had a conversation with a friend who was like, this is not really a big deal. She was like, with all the things that I've seen kids doing these days, it's obvious he has a great connection with these kids. I'm not doubting that. I'm definitely not doubting that. And in this day and age, I recognize the fact that we need educators. And not only do we need great educators, but we need educators who actually care about the kids and care about their well-being and care about their growth and their just overall well-being with all of the things that's going on in the world today that can just, I don't know, just corrupt the child, right? So you have this educator who actually cares. You have this educator who connects with these children. You have an educator who they love. I'm pretty sure all these kids love to be in his class. He looks like the type of teacher who knows all the latest songs. He knows all the latest dances. He knows all the latest slang. They can relate to him. But in my conversation on the podcast, Carla and I talked about how when we were growing up, none of my teachers were under 50 when I was growing up. None of them. None of them were under 50. And I think now we are in a day and age where we have educators who are coming fresh out of college, and then you're putting them in high schools to teach kids who are 2 or 3 years younger than them. And then you wonder why stories come out later that they sleeping with them. My contingency plan would be fresh out of college teachers, give them the elementary school kids. The older seasoned the veterans in the education field, give them to the middle schoolers and the high schoolers, because I just feel like there has to be a line in the sand when it comes to authority in a student. And when that line gets blurred, things get murky. But me and Carla really, really did a deep dive in it. I'm gonna keep it surface level. I just don't like it. And I don't care who don't agree with me. I don't like it. It just, I don't like it because here's one good reason. I don't like it because it opens the door for people to make additional assumptions about what was going on in that classroom. Whether or not you think it was unprofessional, guess what it did? It got people questioning whether he is literally grooming those kids in the other grooming way. That's not so good. It opens the door to people wondering what type of relationship is it a little, I don't want to say it because I don't want to plant seeds, but what it did do was open Pandora's box. And now he in the streets of social media fighting for his life, trying to tell people he's not a predator. And he's combating people who are sexualizing the situation. I'm not going to sexualize the situation, because when I look at children, I want to keep my thoughts as innocent as possible. But what I'm saying is, I don't send my child to school to paint nails, male or female. I would have been just as mad if she was taking out Mrs. Johnson's braids, because guess what? I'm sure Mrs. Johnson got some kids, grandkids, a boo, a bae, a sneaky link, somebody that can clip them braids at the end and take them out. It is absolutely asinine for him to try to say, oh, I had a hair emergency, so I had to have these students take out my hair. Tell me where all them students got combs from to take those braids out. That whole situation was premeditated. He had planned for them to take his hair out. Where did they get combs from? Because these young girls nowadays, they be making sure their hair is laid. So they probably had combs, but I'm just saying it wasn't a good look. But what Mr. Unbraid My Hair is doing, first of all, sir, you knew that video was going to cause a shitstorm. But guess what? Clicks and views. It don't matter. We want the clicks and the views. You knew this ahead of time. You admitted that you knew that it was going to get the people going. Well, it got them going. And then they got your ass going to the disciplinary office and got the kids writing statements about how you conduct yourself in the classroom. Then the next thing I know, you got a video and you online, you're crying, reading letters from your students. Sir, at the end of the day, you brought all of this on yourself. Whether or not the public had an opinion about it, you brought all of this stuff on yourself the moment you hit upload. The moment you asked, those kids probably have been taken. That's not the first time them kids took out his hair. I refuse to believe that's the first time them kids took out his hair. He had a baby painting his fingernails in class. That's not the first time them kids took out his hair. It may have been the first time he uploaded on social media. And I guess but to me, the fact that he uploaded that video on social media lets me know that he is not as, his critical thinking is not on the level that it should be on for an educator. Because I will literally sit here and I'll be about to write a comment and I'll be like, this comment ain't going to go over so well. Backspace. I'm going to sit this one out. I'll tell y'all quick. I ain't saying nothing because I don't feel like arguing, because I already know whatever it is that I'm going to say or whatever my opinion is probably isn't popular. And it's some of y'all who just live to argue with me online, and I ain't fighting with nobody. Ain't doing it. I'll block you first, and then y'all going to email or call me and ask me why you blocked. So just to avoid all that, because see, I have the wherewithal to know where it can go. So I'm just going to avoid it and just say, I'll just put somebody just sipping something. I ain't saying nothing. Sorry, I chewed ice. But here's the thing. You came back and you cried. And people was like, oh, then it was a rumor out that you lost your job. But I heard today that he didn't lose his job, but they repositioned him inside the school somewhere. I don't know. But he's still on social media. You ain't learned nothing, sir. Now he on social media admitting that, yes, it was highly unprofessional, but he is a highly unprofessional, eclectic, and I guess unique type of teacher. All right, bet. Let's see how that works on your job application. Yeah. Let's see how that works on your job application. And then what's wild is you admit that it was highly unprofessional, which leads me back to my original point. You knew what you was doing when you uploaded the video. Y'all ever heard of outrage marketing? Outrage marketing is when these companies purposefully make ads, a little black boy with a monkey shirt on, so we can go slap the hell off, and everybody talks about that business and blows that business up for 2 or 3 days until we get distracted on to the next thing. But that's outrage marketing. There are content creators who are blowing up their following off of outrage. He knew that situation was going to cause people to go ham, bologna, and cheese. And he went for outrage. He just didn't expect the outrage to come back to his place of employment. So I don't necessarily know what his employment status is right now. It's not really none of my business. But at the end of the day, my stance, and I'm standing 10 toes down in it till the day the Lord punch my clock, I'm not sending my child to school to do nobody's hair. I don't care if it's Mr. Johnson, Mrs. Johnson. I ain't sent, no. It's unprofessional. And when you put something online, and I need adults to understand this. As well, children, I've been teaching my child since day one. And maybe this message applies to some of you adults. Putting something on social media is like cutting open a pillow and letting all the feathers fly out the window. And then someone says, hey, go get all the feathers. I can guarantee you 100% you will not be able to go and collect all those feathers. And that's the internet. You could put it out there. You could go try to clean it up. You could try to go delete, blah, blah, blah. But guess what? There is some feather that somebody done already screenshot. There is some feather that somebody has already DM'd to somebody else. Once something hits the internet, it lives there forever. Even if it's just one little morsel all the way, like a crumb, all the way in the corner of Quinta Brunson's internet, it is there. So they call it a digital footprint for a reason. Yeah. So shout out to Mr. Unbraid My Hair, because now you admitting what we already knew. But there are still people who are standing so 10 toes down with him. They are telling him that what he did wasn't unprofessional, and he has admitted what he did was unprofessional. Now that y'all need to go lay on somebody's couch. And the last epidemic that I want to talk to y'all about before we move on to unpacking this Diddy stuff. The last epidemic I just want to touch on quickly is the bleach blonde, bad built, butch body epidemic. All summer long, I'm jamming to BBL Drizzy and the the bleach blonde, bad built, butch body hoes. I'm jamming to that all summer long. And I need somebody to do a remix and put that on top of the BBL Drizzy beat so I can live in music heaven. One time for Jasmine Crockett. Miss Representative Congresswoman Jasmine Crockett, I aspire to read a mofo as quickly and as eloquently as you did with an alliteration at that. It was given butterflies in the sky. I can go twice as high. You did a reading rainbow segment, baby. And guess what? If you read my blog post, I don't even have to tell you. You already know. Miss Ma'am done already announced that she getting ready to drop her bleach blonde, bad built butch body merch. And I'm gonna have one. I'm putting my coins to the side. I don't care how much it costs. Because I'm going to the polls with it in November. Oh, that thing tickled my spirit so bad. Y'all gonna learn to stop playing with black women. Y'all gonna learn to stop playing with black women. It don't matter what setting we in. Because we can give you professional black girl magic all day. But the minute you cross that line, we gonna erase the line. And you get what you get and you don't get mad. Jasmine Crockett. Listen, I'm about to change my username on all social media handles to Jasmine Crockett Stan. I love Miss Jasmine Crockett. Oh, yes. What is his name? The guy that was sitting next, I don't know if he's a congressman. I assume he's a congressman. The one who was like, who was trying to keep it together but couldn't. He took me over the edge, baby. He took me over the edge. Oh, and after she asked about the bleach blonde, hold on, get my alliteration. Let me put some Vaseline on my lips so I can make sure I say it right, because I got to respect this queen enough to use her words properly. Bleach blonde, bad built, butch body. And I'm gonna put hoes at the end. Hoes. We see y'all out there. Yes, I think it was not Rankin, it was Raskin. Thank you, Carmelita. It was Mr. Raskin. I remember an S being in his name. Yes, ma'am. All right, y'all. Let me grab my notes. You know it's bad when I got yes. Mr. Raskin was gagged, baby. Gagged with all the G's. Hey, I'm getting me a t-shirt too, Misty. All right, y'all ready to unpack this Diddy stuff? Lord Jesus. I probably should have had my laptop on the side. Let me go ahead and minimize this little chat over here so I can pull up my notes. Whew. All right. So I was thinking about how I was going to talk about this tonight. And I was like, do I just hop right into it? Do I take it from do we just talk about the whole thing as a whole? I don't know. I really, and listen, y'all think I'm playing. I really got my notes. just about how, because it's so much. And I just wanted to be responsible and talking to y'all about it because let me just start. Let me go back to November 2023. When we were all somewhere, I was sitting in front of this computer. Shamika said, let's unpack all of it. Let's get to it. I was sitting in front of my computer on November, and I received a bird signal and a bat signal, excuse me. A bat signal is when I'm kind of lunching or I'm working on something and y'all hit me. Y'all be like, brr. Y'all send me bird signals, bat signals. Y'all be hitting me up like, yo, it's going down. It's going down right now. It's going down, Zavi. I don't know what you're doing, why you ain't already, but it's going down. And I said, okay. All right, bet. So I look and it said, Cassie files an explosive lawsuit against Diddy. We talking sex trafficking, like rape, sexual assault, abuse, all these things. And I'm like, damn. And, you know, you look at something and I always felt like Cassie and Diddy's relationship was weird. And I always felt like it was weird in the sense of, first of all, the age difference. The age gap was wild. And then Diddy was like over there on some Big Love type stuff. Y'all remember Big Love from HBO? It just felt like with him, Misa, Kim, Cassie, it was like giving Big Love. And I understand blended families. I definitely understand it. But it was just like, the way he was just constantly bouncing between the women, it was giving Big Love. And I was just like, what does Cassie, like, what's Cassie's end game in this? Like, why someone as beautiful, I wasn't really here for her music, so I'm trying to be respectful. Like, so I don't want to say like someone as beautiful and talented, because I just felt like she was really beautiful and probably really nice. And I'm just like, why would someone so young and beautiful, outside of him just being a mogul and powerful and having all this money, even with all of those boxes checked, someone as young as she is, what would make her want to come into a Big Love situation and have potential stepchildren, 2 or 3 years younger than her, or 5 or 6 years younger than her, or it just felt weird. Okay. So that was like my initial feeling about it. But okay, they were in this relationship, 11 years? They were together over a decade. And then then they just broke up. It was deaded. There was no rhyme or reason as to why they broke up. Like, it wasn't like, oh, we mutually agreed. So it was just like radio silence. Okay, boom, she gone. And I was like, that's weird. But again, not my circus, but I'm still looking, but not my circus. Fast forward November, she drops this lawsuit. And this lawsuit is detailed. And it details some of the most horrific mess you would ever want to hear happen to a young, beautiful woman at the hands of someone who at one point in time was a music mogul, highly respected in this industry. You know, everything was Diddy Bop. He changed his name. He Puffy. He P Diddy. He Love. Just someone who had decades under his belt. Like, to hear that he did those things. Now, if you had your third eye open, some of the stuff don't sound new to you, because there's always been whisperings. Depending on how close to the industry or how much you paid attention, there were always whispers. But again, we live in a society where people's celebrity can supersede their bullshit. Why y'all think R. Kelly lasted so long? R. Kelly had all of us stepping in the name of love when we been knew about them 2008 videos. But we was stepping in the name of love still. All right. So there are some people whose celebrity can supersede their bullshit until it hits a certain point where it's like, okay, time's up. Now it's time for you to pay for your transgressions. It's almost like the Lord is like, okay, I watched you play in my face long enough. Now it's time to ante up. And I felt like that lawsuit that Cassie filed against Diddy, of course, they were saying that there were conversations ahead of time where she reached out to him. She told him potentially, hey, This lawsuit is on the table. What you trying to do? And he played chicken with her. And you know what happens when a chicken comes home to roost? She went ahead and filed the lawsuit. Now, keep in mind, I personally, and this is just my personal opinion, and y'all are free to disagree with me, and I'm still going to love y'all at the end of the day when we finish this chat. But I feel like, well, let me step back. I wonder what made Cassie say, now it's time now. Now is the time. It's time now. Like, okay, it's time. I wonder if there was something he said, something he did, something she heard about. Was it she reached a point in her healing? She reached a point in her therapy. She reached a point in her marriage where, first of all, shout out to Cassie's husband. Because, baby, she won. She won. She won. I say that. But I just wonder, what was what was that moment that Cassie was like, that's it. I'm calling my lawyer. We doing it. We doing it. To the point where she was willing to put herself out there. Because that lawsuit that she filed against Diddy required her to expose herself. It required her to tell us that she slept with male escorts, that she got high, that Diddy had her in group sex situations with prostitutes. And like, she had to expose herself, knowing that we live in a situation where people victimize victims. People question the validity of what you're saying. People question whether or not you're lying. Is it a money grab? Is it a clout chase? She trying to secure a bag? Is she lying? Blah, 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 blah. Like all these things. She exposed herself to that in order to expose him and to let us know this the devil y'all dancing with. You know that saying, dancing with the devil? When we was doing all this, yeah, we was dancing with the devil. And she was willing to do that. And this is exactly what I said. She opened Pandora's box. Cassie opened, yes, Crown of Queen. Cassie opened Pandora's box because once that lawsuit hit, he tried to hurry up and pay it because he knows that we have a short attention span. And then the conversation, and I know there were probably, y'all know celebrities pay people to get on social media and try to shift y'all, right? And I just want y'all to know that I ain't never been bought or sold in these internet streets. I'm giving y'all whatever my grandmama instilled in me and the Lord put in my spirit. But they have people, and the celebrities will buy people, influencers that get online and holler out, oh, she was just chasing a bag. And then everybody be like, yup. And then start that rumor over in the peanut gallery. So he settled that lawsuit fast as hell. They say 30 million, but we're not sure. They say 30 million. But I don't even believe it was about the money for Cassie. I believe the money was a consolation prize. I believe this was all about exposing Diddy, because Cassie, if I had came out and said Diddy did those things to me, y'all would have told me to shut up and go sit down. Girl, who is you? You just trying to get your little blog off the ground. You just trying to get followers. You trying to get clicks and likes. Go sit over there and unbraid, Mr. Unbraid My hair in class. Or go do TikToks with Clay. Or get on OnlyFans with Eddie Winslow. Y'all would have told me to shut it up, pack it up, and get to getting. But Cassie had the stature that people paid attention. People listened. So fast forward. Now that Cassie has opened Pandora's box, now the lawsuits is coming. They coming from people that he's allegedly put on planes and sexually assaulted in the studio. The lawsuits are coming. The charter school stopped dealing with him. Revolt removed him as chairman. Like, oh, the Grammys uninvited him. Now the castle is kind of crumbling a little bit. And 50 Cent is on his ass every single day. Every every single day. 50 Cent is on him, right? But we're going to get to Curtis in a minute. So then fast forward Friday, y'all, I'm working because every day I get on here and I'm like, oof, all right, let me see what I can tell the ICC friends about today. Let's see what I can get, that's interesting enough to get y'all to come to the site and read so I can feed my grandbaby and take her to all these movies, right? And I was working on the Clay story and I got a goddamn bat signal from one of the ICC friends. They ain't even say nothing. They just sent me the link. And when I read the URL of the link, because I'm very careful in clicking links because, it could be a Trojan horse, whatever. And I saw video. I saw the words video, surveillance video, Diddy, 2016, assault Cassie. I said, dear Jesus. I clicked it and opened it up. And CNN had dropped the video. And I didn't even think. I didn't mentally prepare, nothing. I just was like, a video. I click it. I see Cassie walk into an elevator. I see Diddy come running out of a hotel room with a towel around his waist. Soon as I saw that, I immediately remembered the details of the lawsuit because this whole ordeal was detailed in the lawsuit. And I'm like, bro, this is not what I think it's about to be. And when he got up to her at that elevator and then just began assaulting her, he takes her to the ground. She falls. She's not moving. He kicking her. He's snatching her stuff. He throwing stuff at her. Like when she was laying on the ground, like she was like, it almost felt like she was trying to play dead until he started kicking her. And, instinctively somebody kick you, like you try to y'all, I ugly cried. That junk hit me. So, and thank God that I have never been a victim of domestic abuse. And I send my heart and my soul to every woman, man or woman who has been a victim of domestic violence. But when I tell y'all, that thing made me ugly cry so bad. I had to call my best friend. I was ugly crying. And then I'm trying to get myself together because I need to write this post and get this information out. Y'all, I don't know. I felt like, I don't know. It's almost like reading a book and then watching the film adaptation of it. And it's one thing to hear that something happened to different, like certain things happened, but it's something else to see it. And I don't even want to talk about the details of the video because I'll start crying again. But that was absolutely awful. And as awful as it is, and as awful as it was that Cassie endured that, I'm happy that video came out. I'm happy it came out. Because for some of y'all don't believe lard greasy until you see it, touch it, smell it, feel it, or it's somebody smear it across the side of your face. And for all those people who said she was lying, what's that actress name? Paula. She always playing a goddamn prostitute in films. Paula. Y'all know her name. Y'all gonna tell me her name. But she was real loud about the game and how the game go and light skin privilege, and Cassie knew what she was getting into and this, that, and the third. I'm like, girl, every movie you in, you playing a prostitute, getting your ass that damn Paula Jai Parker, her, all that mouth. And you and your husband's on a reality TV show talking about y'all can't pay y'all bills. Like, what? Sometimes it's best just to be quiet. But as much as I hate, and I don't know what Cassie going through in that house. I know she got Alex there to support her. And I feel like Alex is a big big reason why Cassie is so strong right now, because she has that support to air out. Because as a husband, think about mentally as a husband, what it is like to watch your wife relive some of the most horrific things she's gone through in a relationship, detail those things in a lawsuit, that the whole world knows that your wife went through this. When I tell you that man is loving Cassie down the way that she deserves to be loved. And I just appreciate Alex for being who he is to Cassie, but I also appreciate Cassie because she is making herself so vulnerable and sharing all this. She is empowering so many other men and women, young people, God forbid, children, to come forward and expose. I told y'all in 2024, we not making safe spaces for people who do wrong. We done. We off that. We off that. We are not creating safe spaces for people to do wrong no more. Expose their ass, call the police, file your lawsuits, whatever. Because if you can't get criminal justice, then get legal justice. Not legal. Yeah, civil. No more safe spaces for wrongdoers. We off that. I'm so serious. So then after the video comes out, it was interesting to watch all of the people who have remained silent since the lawsuit start speaking out. Because now it's like, oh, okay, now we safe to really shit on Diddy. Because he done now. And it was like, he should have been done after the lawsuit. But I get it. Some of y'all still had your little innocent until proven guilty mentality, or some of y'all didn't believe Cassie, so on and so forth. Okay, I can rock with that. I can understand people moving with caution. Yeah. But now y'all want to speak out. Slim Thug, who we never asked for his opinion on shit. We don't ask Thug for nothing, not even music. But he was so vocal about how Cassie was just out here trying to secure a bag, XYZ, so on, blah, 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 blue, blah, blah, blam. Now that the video came out, now he want to double down on his apology. Oh, I apologize to Cassie and anybody else and who this or the. Oh, okay. I'm pretty sure Cassie got two cheeks and you got an option which one she wants you to kiss. Cedric the Entertainer released a statement. That man don't mind nobody business but his own. Do you know how much that had to hit him in the feels for him to, he basically said it was disgusting, diabolical. Judge Mathis released a statement. D.L. Hughley, he was like, we off that take a black man down shit. Because, you know, they was like, oh, with these women always trying to take a black man down. We always trying to take a black man down. DL said, we off that. Take him down. All the way down to the pits of hell. It's over now. It's over. Erica Campbell released a statement, and when I say release a statement, I'm talking about like going on social media and just putting up like whatever it is they feel like they need to say about the situation. But y'all was real quiet. Keep my top lip pressed to my bottom lip when the lawsuit came out, because y'all didn't know if Diddy was going to bounce back from this or not, and y'all ain't want to be on the shit list. A lot of this stuff, while I don't know who on this planet could have looked at that video and not, your heart did not immediately go out to Cassie. My tears, my heart, my prayers, my soul, like just everything, because she has two daughters. And because like I said earlier, nothing dies on the internet. One day them babies gonna grow up and see what that man did to their mama. Just like them Kardashian kids gonna grow up and see that video. And I also, and this is just me. And because, you know, I do a lot of self-reflecting and wondering like if I'm as good of a person as I think I am. And I do that because I like to self-regulate and I like to self-evaluate. And I don't ever want to get so comfortable in thinking I'm such a good person that I can't do better, right? But with that being said, y'all know I'm the type of person that when somebody has been labeled ain't shit, I still go and I go look at who's still supporting them and who's still kicking it with them and who's still riding with them and who still go over their house. Just the other day, Diddy gonna post something talking about time. Time tells truth. Well, ring, ring. Time is up, my nigga. It's up. We out here now. You out here. And I'm surprised his comments are still on Instagram. You real brave for that. But I guess if you turn the comments on. And then the kicker. Well, hold on. No. Let me pause back onto the people who still be over there kicking it with him. Some of y'all favorite celebrities still liking his posts and still calling him king in the comments. Y'all free to pause this video and go look. I was like, oh, okay. And I don't know if it's a industry thing. Like, again, if he bounced back from this, I don't want to be on the shit list. I still want to be in the good graces because I might need a track later. Or I might want to collaborate later. So, excuse me. So let me just go ahead and just keep it cool. G Depp got fresh out of prison and got on the news asking Diddy to call him. My G, nobody sent you a letter in jail to tell you what was going on out here with Puff? I absolutely do. I absolutely do. Mr. Slim Jimmy yourself. I also believe this. Lyrical said, those are likely those who still like probably have things they hide themselves. Absolutely. Because I could tell you, Reezy in the comments, he knows what a particular rapper did to me a long time ago. But I'm just saying. All of them got dirt on their hands, and they don't want it to be a situation where they looking like the Spider-Man meme. Everybody doing like this. I already told y'all 50 Cent on his behind, but 50 Cent, like, sir, while I appreciate the petty because it's entertaining to a certain degree, your baby mama just said that you raped and assaulted her. You filed a defamation lawsuit against her, but bro, you still got the same allegations on your back as Diddy. So is it a pot meat kettle? Y'all know how many stories I had to skip regarding a lawsuit because I was fighting my own lawsuit? I can't be that hypocritical. I can't be like, such and such just got sued for XYZ, and I'm out here fighting for my life in these litigious streets. And listen, we are all flawed individuals. None of us are without sin. Okay, so if it was like whoever is without sin cast the first stone, we all be sitting on playing block puzzle on our phones, and nobody with no rocks in their hands, unless somebody lying. So we all have stuff with us, but there are some things that are just everyday flawed human being stuff, and then it's just some stuff that you need to be plucked from society. And there are a lot of people at the top of the food chain who need to be plucked from society. And I don't know if it's a prerequisite to get to the top of the food chain that you have to do things that are just deplorable in order to maintain that status, or because you have that status, you feel like you have the freedom to do the deplorable things. Like, what came first, the chicken or the egg? Or is one contingent upon the other? But it's a lot of people out here who live in foul, wrong, dirty, grimy, all of the above. But the wild part is to watch people play nice with them because they don't want to burn bridges. I'm not trying to ride over no bridge that got a crack in it. I don't have to burn it, but I don't need to ride over it. But as I was saying, let me get to my notes because I was rambling. So we had celebrities speaking out: 50 Cent, Cedric the Entertainer, D.L. Hughley, Judge Mathis, Slim Thug gave an apology. Erica Campbell said something. Tamar Braxton said she was triggered and she sent out a prayer for people who are victims of domestic abuse. And at first I was like, Tamar always trying to insert herself, but then I forgot about when they said Vince bit her finger down there to the hotel in Atlanta. There are so many women who have endured so much nonsense in this world. So I said, oh, that's why Tamar's speaking out, because she been there. She been there too. Cook said her African boo-boo jumped on her too. It's so much. But then there was a statement who came from someone that I absolutely love and revere. And I thought twice about mentioning this because I know it can blow back in my face. Or I may end up getting blocked. Y'all know how it go. But there was a statement released. Hold on, I'm about to pull up my other screen. By a hip-hop legend who I have loved since I was a child. And as much as I love this person, I felt like she should have sat this one out. And I'm about to pull it up. Give me one quick second. Some of y'all may know who I'm talking about. Some of y'all may not. I'll look to see if y'all mention it before I do. Okay, here it is. It was already saved. I wonder if there's a way. Let me see if I can present. Let's see. Let's have fun tonight. Let's see if I can. Hold on. I don't need y'all seeing how many. Hold on, Instagram. Let's see. Present. Share screen. Oh, we about to try something new. Sharing screen is easiest with 2 monitors. All right. Well, we gonna try it tonight. Chrome would like to record this computer share screen. Do I gotta do all this? Okay. All right. Boom. Oh Lord, it's asking me to enter my password. Hold on. I don't even know if it's that serious to even. Oh. No, it's saying that I have to quit Chrome and reopen in order to share with y'all. Okay, I'm gonna abort mission. Dang, that would have been fun. All right, well, anyway. It says here. Hip Hop Sisters Foundation statement in support of Cassie Ventura and all other victims of abuse and domestic violence. It says it is heartbreaking to witness any form of abuse. It is crucial that we do not stand idly by in the face of such injustices. Abuse in any shape or form must be condemned unequivocally, and those responsible must be held accountable for their actions. We are outraged and saddened by the attack on Cassie Ventura, as no one should ever have to endure mistreatment or harm at the hands of another. We stand in solidarity with the victim, offering our empathy, support, and unwavering commitment. This is the part that pissed me off. To seek injustice on her behalf. In moments of darkness and in despair, it is important to hold on to hope and faith that goodness will prevail over evil. We extend our thoughts and prayers for the healing and recovery of every victim of domestic violence, mental, physical, emotional abuse. May they find solace in knowing that they are not alone in their struggle. Together, through collective efforts and advocacy against abuse, we can strive towards a world where all individuals are treated with dignity, respect, and compassion. MC Light, chairman and founder. Lynn Richardson, CEO and co-founder. Felicia Shaw, co-founder, Hip Hop Sisters Foundation. Join the movement at hiphopsisters.org. This pissed me off. Can anybody take a wild guess? I love MC Lyte. As a child, I remember sitting by the radio recording Cha-Cha-Cha off the radio and writing the lyrics so I could learn the song. You could cha-cha-cha to this Mardi Gras. I'm the dopest female that you know thus far. And I do get better. The voice gets wetter. Nobody gets hurt as long as you let her. Do her thing with an 89 swing. The dopeness, all right, I guarantee delight to the hip-hop maniac, the uptown brainiac. In full effect, MC Lyte is back. I'm going to tell y'all why it's pissed me off. Because if I go into the same Instagram account, I can see MC Lyte and Bally parlaying with Russell Simmons. Don't get loud on one issue, but it's okay to hang with someone who has been accused of sexually assaulting over 12 women. This shit performative. It's performative. Child Revolt released a statement. Y'all, although we've already removed him as chairman, it is important for us to still address the situation. Revolt, go on and sit down. Go sit down. Go sit down. You're not going to tell me. You're not about to try to. Can y'all just keep y'all statements? Just send the prayers up to the Lord for Cassie. Keep your statements. Because y'all be over there with Russell Simmons and Bally. Can y'all tell me why Russell is in Bally? And not only did MC Lyte go over there to Bally, she took other people with her. It was a whole gang. It was a group trip, girls trip. Taraji be over there in Bally with Russell. But then y'all turn around and talk about y'all stand with women's sisterhood, blah, 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 boop, boop, doop, doop, doop. Y'all might as well go on and step in the name of love at your next barbecue. Make it just make it make sense. You can't pick and choose. Wrong is wrong across the board. Don't be loud on one thing and quiet for something else. How you hollering about one predator but hanging with another one? Alleged. Because I don't want to go back to court. How y'all doing that? Just saying. I probably said too much. I'm just saying. So let's get into okay. So the video is out. Diddy has not addressed the video. What I do appreciate about 50 Cent, although he in a glass house, but what I do appreciate about 50 Cent is he saved me the trouble of going back and getting that statement that Diddy released right after Cassie put out that lawsuit, where I absolutely, well, I already got it up. Let me go ahead and pull it for you. Not you sitting up being loud and lying about all of the allegations. Enough is enough. For the last couple of weeks, I have sit silently and watched people try to assassinate my character, destroy my reputation and my legacy. Sickening allegations have been made against me by individuals looking for a quick payday. Let me be absolutely clear. I did not do any of the awful things being alleged. I will fight for my name, my family, and for the truth. CNN said, say less. Roll that beautiful bean footage. If I know I did something and somebody accused me of it, I'm going to get in my prayer closet. The last thing I'm going to open is an app. Just know that. the last thing I'm going to open is an app because I'm already sensitive. And I don't need y'all having me feeling like I need to jump out the basement window. I ain't doing that. Ain't doing it. I ain't doing it. But let's talk about the trickle down. So not much has been going on. The LAPD, not the LAPD, the Los Angeles County District Attorney's Office released a statement because after this video dropped, child, I couldn't even keep up. Social media was in shambles, I say. Social media was in complete shambles. You had people calling for the reopening of Kim Porter's case. You had people like, child, somebody even said reopen Kid Cudi case where Diddy allegedly blew up his car. People want Diddy to go to jail immediately, asaptually, what's the word? T.I. use what is it called? Expeditiously. They want Diddy to go to jail. Well, the Los Angeles County District Attorney's Office was like, well, don't look at us. Don't look at us. Because although it's from 2016, ain't nan we can do about it. Statute of limitations is over. But in their statement, they also put a little gem in there. Y'all stop sitting on tea. Stop sitting on it. If somebody do something wrong Monday, you report it Monday, 2 minutes later. Stop sitting on stuff for years. Because when you sit on stuff for years, it makes it harder for them to press charges. Speaking of T.I. and Tiny, half of those cases got dropped against them because of the statute of limitations. I'm saying, and then some woman who claims to be Kim Porter's friend, she got in the streets of Twitter, and y'all know how Bobby Brown's sister was cutting up real bad after Whitney Houston died, and she always be going on like CNN and whoever else, a booker, and pay her to talk, how she be telling everything. Now, y'all could take what she be telling with a grain of salt, but she be telling everything. Well, that's basically what Kim Porter's friend is doing. And I saw something, she mentioned that Kim was also allegedly abused at the hands of Diddy. But listen, if you want to really know what Diddy been doing all these years, go to Art of Dialogue on YouTube, because his former bodyguard, Gene Deal, been spilling tea. He spills tea weekly. He's spilling so much tea on Diddy that he is literally regurgitating the tea, because he done told so much, it ain't nothing else to tell. So now he just telling it all over again in a different way. He done told everything from abuse, Misa allegedly going through abuse, Kim Porter going through abuse. Child, he done told it all. He even said that Diddy threatened his own mama at some point, allegedly, or was talking to his mama crazy. Something about he'll smack the piss out his mama, something crazy. Gene Deal been telling it. And it's so funny because the minute that this Diddy video came out, it was like, oh, well, it's open season. So let's get into this trickle-down effect. The trickle-down effect of the Diddy video. The trickle-down effect is people asking for Kim Porter's case to be reopened. Now, Kim Porter's friends are coming forward talking about the alleged abuse that she had, And then I also thought about it when that video of Cassie came out. My thoughts immediately went to Misa. My thoughts went to Gina. Remember Gina? She looks kind of Blasian, black and Asian. The girl who went to Tasha K back in, I believe, 2019, and detailed how Diddy beat her up and how he would punch her in the side of her head, not to mess up her face. The same girl that Carisha says she'll make Diddy make that girl get on her knees and eat her cook. That girl. I watched that video, I believe it was back in 2019, when she sat up and detailed to Tasha K in detail. She detailed phone calls between her and Cassie. She the one that said Diddy allegedly stomped her stomach while she was pregnant because he didn't want her to have a baby. But then he turned around years later and had a baby by another Blasian girl, Baby Love. But yeah, the girl Gina. That's the one Carisha was sassing in the streets of social media. So then you got the trickle down effect of that. So you have Kim Porter's friend is Cha. She talking. I don't know enough about her to really regurgitate what she said, but at some point she said that Diddy tried to make Kim lick or eat or something crazy with Cassie's tampon. Are you serious? Now, for me, whatever I went through, because I got a few people who I share like my deep secrets with. And by a few, I mean one, my best friend Carla. Well, no, it's about there's three people that, and I'll give you the names, three people that you can rely on in the unexpected event of my demise that you can count on to give you true tea about me. But one directive that all these people will have is there's some shit that we just let me take it to the grave with me. I am sure Kim Porter is in heaven right now, like literally grabbing Jesus, telling him to come get her friend because she's talking too much down here. I would never in this life or the next want someone to tell that someone tried to make me eat or lick somebody else's tampon. Like, friend, I know you trying to hold your girl down, but still, like, keep respect around her name and around her identity. Like, don't disgrace her in the effort to disgrace her abuser. But she also said that Cassie thought it was funny when Diddy was abusing Kim. I can't attest to that. I wasn't there. I don't know. But abuse is abuse. It's wrong, whoever suffers it. And it's not a laughing matter. Wild as hell. So then you have Kim's friend who's spilling tea. I want to know what Kimora Lee Simmons know. I want to know what Farnsworth Bentley know. Not that I'm entitled to know it, but I feel like if those key players start talking, baby, it's up. I need Misa to get mad enough to start talking. But see, Misa is probably not going to talk because that's her son's father, and it's like a weird connection there, so on and so forth. But if Justin give her the green light, it's up. And it really Lorianne Gibson. There's listen, I already know that man done traumatized Lorianne Gibson because Lori ain't been right since she was boom cacking. So I already know. Listen. It's a lot of people who are holding secrets like a treasure chest. And I don't know if they're, Gene Deal said that Gene Deal said that Farnsworth Bentley more than likely won't be talking because Gene Deal said, not me. Gene Deal said that they allegedly caught Farnsworth Bentley stealing stuff out of Diddy's house. So that's why he stopped carrying them umbrellas. When I tell you everybody got a skeleton. Some of y'all just got like a pinky finger bone in your closet, and some of y'all got the whole damn exoskeleton. Not the exoskeleton, the whole skeleton from the skull down to the pinky toe. I think my skeleton got a few teeth in there. Y'all know teeth is bones, right? My closet got teeth in there. Cook ain't right. Cook said, did he steal an umbrella? Sheila said he stole J-Lo boots. That's what I believe Gene said he stole some of J-Lo boots. Allegedly. But y'all, there are certain people that I want to talk that I feel like are never going to talk. But there are plenty of people I want to shut up. And I'm sorry, as much as I love MC Light and want to cha-cha-cha to her Mardi Gras, she's one of them. Until you stop going over there doing yoga with Russell Simmons, hush, babes. Hush it. Trickle down effect. Raqi Thunda. And so listen, I actually almost forgot about Raqi Thunda. Some of y'all like, who? Raqi Thunda. She was in the industry. She was on Love and Hip Hop for a little while. Her and Joe Budden used to be real, real tight, and then they fell out real, real bad. But Raqi Thunda was like, well, shit, since we telling, she hopped on Twitter and was like, well, I told Van Lathan and excuse me, I ate some pizza and it keep giving me indigestion. I keep burping, excuse me. She was like, I told Van Lathan in 2019 that Diddy was abusive, but he ain't listened to me. And he also told Joe Budden where his baby mama was hiding. I was like, wait a minute. Press pause. We moving too fast. Raqi, ma'am, what you say now? Let's back it up a little bit. Let's rewind the tape. So she blew Van up. Raqi blew Van up, and she was like, well, since 2024 is the year of exposure, we might as well tell it on everybody. I was like, now that part I'm here for, but I need to go run this Carfax report real quick because you're giving me stuff that I wasn't ready for. So basically, Raqi Thunda, for those of you who didn't read the post, because I could really, really tell when y'all don't read the post when I read y'all comments. Because I was like, Raqi Thunda put Van Lathan on blast because she told him that Diddy was abusive in 2019. Y'all was like, well, what was he supposed to do? Call the cops? I mean, what you telling him for? Call the police. Y'all got to stop talking to me before y'all read. Y'all be wearing me out. Y'all think I got this gray hair just because I'm old? No. Some of these strands got y'all names on it. Stop commenting and talking to me before y'all read them posts. Raqi was basically saying that she was trying to get Gina to do an interview with Van. Gina, the Blasian girl who Diddy allegedly abused while she was pregnant. She had just done the interview with Tasha K, and Raqi was trying to get her to do the interview with Van because at the time, Van had more credibility than Tasha K. This is not a shot at Tasha K. I actually enjoy her videos. She's funny to me. Tasha K is very funny to me. So she was trying to get Gina booked with Van because Van had that TMZ connection. And I guess Raqi figured if she get the interview booked with Van and Van does the interview, then TMZ will pick it up and it will amplify what's being said about this alleged abuse at the hands of Diddy. And I think they were hoping that that would kind of get the groundswell going for people to really pay attention to the accusations that are being made against Diddy. Van said that he watched Tasha K's interview, saw the things that were being said, and was like, no, not touching that. But he also explained that he didn't want to touch that. He said that he didn't want to tell Raqi. He told Raqi something like, yeah, well, I really don't want to mess with it. Plus, me and Diddy, like, cool. He kind of want me to come to Revolt and all that. Oh. A possible job at Revolt. Why would I interview the chick who allegedly got beat up if I'm looking at a job at Revolt? Now, I like Van, and I appreciate Van's transparency because some people wouldn't have admitted that. Not in a million years. He admitted that he kind of told her, you know, whatever, to get her to keep it pushing. But then there was a situation where Santana wanted to do an interview with Van. And apparently there was some buzz somewhere about Joe Budden allegedly abusing Sin. And Van said that he knew that at some point it was going to come up in the interview. So as a courtesy to the alleged abuser, he gave Joe a call to kind of give him a heads up that this topic may be discussed in the interview. You know, bro code. What Van didn't realize was at the time, Sin was allegedly hiding from her abuser And Van called the alleged abuser to tell the alleged abuser Sin was coming to do the interview. So now said abuser knows where to find his alleged victim. Bro. Van admitted that he made the phone call. He admitted that, I don't think he necessarily said he was wrong, but he said that he didn't know that there was any abuse going on and so on and so forth and this, that, and the third. I'm telling you, people in this industry care more about keeping their connections and keeping the door, leaving the door open like Silk Sonic than anything else. Because if you're doing an interview with Sin, do the interview with Sin. Why do you have to call Joe ahead of time? Do the interview. Once the interview is done, then say, hey, Joe, I did this interview with Sin. Sin said these things that may not be favorable and, towards you, just giving you a heads up or giving you the opportunity. Well, this is how Xaviera would have handled it. I would have done the interview with Sin because Sin wasn't even coming there to talk about Joe. He was just saying at some point he knew Joe was going to come up. So if you knew Joe was going to come up at some point, but you claim you didn't know about the allegations of abuse, then why'd you call Joe? Y'all just be lying out loud and thinking people don't catch it. If I interview Steph, and I don't know Misty did her dirty, why would I call Misty just to randomly tell her I'm getting ready to talk to Steph? I mean, they probably had a connection at some point. They fell out. Okay, bet. But I'm getting ready to interview Steph. Why would I call Misty ahead of time to tell her I'm going to talk to Steph? Wouldn't it make better logical sense for me to interview Steph? And then if Steph say something crazy about Misty, I give Misty a courtesy call. And I say, Misty, I done interviewed Steph. And baby, Miss Brown went in on your ass, okay? So I want to give you, this is how Xaviera would handle it. I want to give you the opportunity to come on and, to either give a statement that you would like for me to include alongside the interview or give you the opportunity to do your own interview. You know how many people done got beat up because somebody done let somebody else know their location? I don't know, y'all. People just don't be thinking logically no more, or your explanations don't be adding up. If you didn't know that it was bad blood or something wrong between Joe and Sin, why would you call Joe to tell Joe you getting ready to interview Sin? You can give a heads up after the fact. But I operate different. And I understand that and I recognize that. So, I mean, we can agree to disagree. That bro code is something else. Maybe that's why I don't have a lot of celebrity friends. It's not that I'm not a loyal person. It's just that when you deal with a lot of celebrities, all of them expect you to cater to them. They don't expect you to be neutral. They don't expect you to think for yourself. It's just you was supposed to do but for me. That's what I was asking myself, Misty. But y'all get what I'm saying? So anyway, so now from the Diddy video, now we have brought Joe Budden and Sin's relationship and alleged abuse into the conversation, all at the hands of Raqi Thunda. But So then Joe Budden today, his podcast dropped. So I was waiting to go in there to see what he had to say about Diddy, considering the allegations that he too has had about him. But here's the thing. Just like when we talk about Chris Brown, the argument is always Chris Brown did that umpteen years ago. Y'all don't never want to let him forget it. Y'all don't never want to let him outgrow it, blah, 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 blah. Okay, so does that same logic apply to other abusers, or do we just pick and choose who gets the forgiveness card? Or we get the time done past, they done grew past it card? Because if that's the case, every time y'all get mad at Joe Budden, y'all call him an abuser. So he don't get the Chris Brown card? That happened, well, but see, since Santana wasn't that long ago. I guess it just depends on the length of time. I don't know. That's why I don't deal with abusive men. I don't deal with abusive women. Because some of y'all got friends who are abusive, mentally abusive, and y'all don't even realize it. Abuse is abuse. I'm gonna let y'all digest. Some of y'all digest that. Y'all got family members that's mentally and verbally abusing y'all. All abuse ain't physical. Child, trust me, I know. So, yeah, here we are. It's a lot. It's a lot. And the thing is, every day is something new. Every day is something new. My question to you all is, what do you think is going to be the end game with Diddy? I saw today someone said, like, a lot of attorneys are like chiming in. And some attorneys, well, the story is that Diddy allegedly paid $50,000 to get that hotel surveillance footage of him brutally beating Cassie. And some people believe when Homeland Security raided his home, they found that video. And they believe that someone on or in the feds sold the video to secure a bag on the side, or Homeland Security just straight up fed it to CNN. Because sometimes if I can't get you in the court of law, I can get you in a court of public opinion, smother you out, kill all your deals, kill all your opportunities, murder your reputation. Sometimes people can suffer more out here than in jail, depending on the circumstances. So I don't know, but I just don't know what's going to happen. I don't know. I honestly do not believe that Diddy is going to be sharing a cell with R. Kelly. I don't see it going that far. If anything, I see more settlements coming. Like Lil Rod lawsuit still out here cling clanging, changing in the streets. And then now Christian Combs, you want to drop diss songs at 50 Cent, which was a poor decision. You want to drop diss songs and you got a case too, baby. A woman claims that you assaulted her on your daddy's yacht. I know Justin at home like, don't please nobody mention my name. But Lil Rod said Justin was securing the prostitute, so I don't know. I can't call it. My heart hurts the absolute most for Kim's twin girls. That's who my heart hurts the absolute most for. Kim's twin girls. Yeah. Yep. It's a lot. It's a lot. It's a lot to digest. Again, I don't see Diddy going to jail. If anything, I see his reputation being like just lambasted to smithereens to the point where he can't show his face in public. But again, we have a short attention span, and I feel like enough celebrities are still, this man still, let me check, because I checked earlier today because I was curious to see. He still got 20 million followers. Y'all won't even unfollow the man on social media. That's how dedicated y'all are to this alleged predator. I'm gonna say alleged because I don't feel like going back to court. Oh, and again, let me just say this to the people who don't understand. I had so many people, mainly Facebook, y'all operate on a higher plane. But y'all, Instagram got on my last damn nerves yesterday when I posted this right here. Hold on. You could be nosy without following somebody. Anyway, Instagram got on my nerves yesterday because so many people took offense to me saying that the video allegedly shows Diddy assaulting Cassie. What you mean allegedly? We all looking right at it. Bitch, I'm looking at it too. But guess what else I don't want to look at? Y'all want to see legal documents? Because I still got them over here in the corner. That's what else I don't want to look at. I don't want Diddy case to be getting called and then my case being called in the room right next door for defamation. I'm tiptoeing in these internet streets. And if y'all get mad, I don't give a damn about y'all getting mad. Because nobody put in on my 40. My 30, actually. It was 30 stacks. Nobody put in on my 30. So y'all could be mad all y'all want. And y'all could call me dumb, stupid. We looking right at it. Or you can't be serious. I'm hashtag protect Black women. I had to get with Melody Mama this morning. She pissed me off. Melody Holt from Love and Marriage Huntsville. I had to get with her mama this morning. Her mama pissed me off. Allegedly, in all caps. Yes, bitch, I said allegedly. Hashtag protect Black women. Okay, well, I'm a Black woman and I own and operate a media outlet. Y'all don't want me protected too? Or only certain Black women get to be protected? I'm sure you was hollering protect Black women when your daughter went down there and filed them charges on Martell because he sent her a text. But you telling me about saying allegedly? Beat it. After that lawsuit, I'm going to tell y'all, my name is allegedly Xaviera. Matter of fact, in the next chat, it's going to say allegedly Xaviera. On my damn face. Get on my damn nerves. Oh, Misty said I should have did a GoFundMe. You know what? At one point in time, I was so scared about that lawsuit that I actually thought about like asking y'all for help, because when I tell you that thing depleted me, it depleted me real bad. And then I thought about it and I was like, you know what? My ICC friends didn't make this mistake and I'm not about to ask them to pay for it. No, it was my mistake. I gotta pay for it and I gotta fix it. And yeah. But I appreciate you, Misty, for even saying that. I would appreciate that. No, I'm not from the DMV, but I got some people I love down there. I'm from South Jersey, but I live in Atlanta right now. But Misty, I do appreciate you for saying that. But yeah, new chat name, allegedly Zavi. My husband was like, baby, you love me. I was like, allegedly. Shoot, I'm scared. Everything allegedly. My drawers say allegedly. Y'all, please. They be like, you got kids? I'll be like, allegedly. Y'all allegedly met my grandbaby. No, I'm kidding. I'm going too far because that is my grandbaby. I will fight. I'm from the Throw a Hands ministry when it comes. Last thing I want to talk about, and I'm going to let y'all go because, see, I told y'all 1 hour and we going on 2 hours. And I keep bumping my camera. That's why it's shaking. Sorry. Let me see. Yep, I still be bumping it. I'm sorry, y'all. The last thing I want to talk about is that I really, really love y'all. I really, really do. I really do. I do. It's just kind words like that just make me feel like y'all got me. Misty, you hit me in the feels tonight, baby. Forever my friend. I need to give y'all some hearts. All right. The last thing that I want to talk about, because y'all had a good time with this one. This one caused a lot of engagement on social media. The man who got on TikTok and said him and his brother jumped this man in front of his 7-year-old daughter who was bullying his child. And he got on TikTok and basically did like a little baby girl. The reason why I'm sorry you had to watch me and my brother jump your daddy today because you've been bullying my child. I have exhausted all measures to try to get you to stop bullying my child. It ain't working. So now me and my brother had to wazazaz up your daddy's ass in front of you to show you, because you couldn't suffer the consequences of your actions. So your daddy had to suffer the consequences of the actions. And that video set social media ablaze. It was like fire. Dun, dun, dun. Y'all was wound up about this video. And I usually scroll through TikTok at night as my wind down because child be learning so much on TikTok. But I hope the government let us keep it because I'm just now trying to start making TikTok videos. But anyway, so I saw the video on TikTok and I just was like, I'm gonna tell y'all my first thought. My first thought was like, self-incrimination, maybe. Okay. But I thought it was funny at first. And the reason why I thought it was funny is because I took it as satire. Honest to God, I did. I took it as satire, especially when he was like, just go to therapy, you'll be all right. I was like, oh, okay, that's satire, because no way in the year of our Lord 2024, where the cops are killing black men just for blinking their eyes, would you get on a social media platform and confess to jumping a man of a 7-year-old girl who's bullying your daughter, so it don't take the police much to go to school and ask the school who had reports of a student bullying another student and then trace it back to this particular student. Who's her father? Okay, go to the father. Were you assaulted by these two men? Yes, I was, and lock their asses up. So I was like, this got to be satire. So I laughed at it, hit a like, and left. The next morning, another blog, I guess apparently posted it. That video was all over my timeline. And I was like, oh, y'all, this for real? Y'all believe this? I was like, oh, because I thought this was satire. Okay, well, let me buckle up. Let me join in on the reindeer games and ask the ICC friends how they feel about it, because there was so much dialogue about it. You had the people who felt like he did the right thing. You had the people who felt like he didn't do the right thing. So I was like, okay, well, let me treat this as if this was a real situation. Do I condone this or do I not? Now, I'm going to keep it a bean. There have been times where my child was bullied and my first thought was to fight the child. Keep it 100. I know not to put my hands on nobody's child, because somebody put their hands on my child, I see you at the crossroads so you won't get lonely. You know what I'm saying? So I know better than that. I just felt like, I think the first thing that came, like outside of the whole incriminating yourself, thinking it was satire, thinking you're incriminating yourself, and then getting on social media and proudly See, this is why you can't tell Black people stuff, because they will remind you about the time you know got into a situation. Yes, me in the car situation. I gets down for my children. Some of y'all gotta go back and watch an old live to get onto that one. Oh, hold on real quick. Happy birthday, John. Bye, John. So I fights for mine. That's documented. I have like records that shows I fight for mine. But after all this, wondering if it's satire, him incriminating himself, the second thing that jumped out at me was this. I was like, dog, you bragging about jumping somebody? Because I was like, say you can't fight without saying you can't fight. Because I have, in my 48 years of life, I've never jumped nobody. Now, I done got jumped. I remember one time this girl and her mom jumped me. And that day, I really saw what I was made of. I was proud of myself that day. But yeah, I've never jumped nobody. I've been jumped. But there is something that is so cowardly about jumping somebody to me. And it's just the way I was raised. And the people from my neighborhood, the people from my side of town, from South Jersey, Bridgeton, stand up, y'all already know what type of time I'm on. Like, I just feel like it's something cowardly about jumping somebody. Go shoot a fair one. Shoot a fair one. If you take an L, then you tag your brother in and let your brother see if he can give, bully daddy a little bit of work. But y'all claim y'all jumped this, this bully's daddy. Then again, another case of, I felt like it was clout-chasing, because you shared this story, and then the next thing you know, you got daddies from all across the nation DMing you and commenting in your comment section, offering to shoot a fair one with you, to test what you really about. So it's like, again, you didn't really think this through, but I appreciate him for the dialogue, because I noticed that a lot of y'all really a lot of y'all really condone stuff that'll put you in jail or get you killed. And I'm concerned. Because on what planet, this one or the one right next to us, but what planet do you think you and somebody gonna jump somebody, like two grown men gonna go jump somebody whose daughter is already a built-in bully? So I don't even know what type of time her father is on. Because, I don't know if bullying is genetic. I didn't do the research. I don't know. But bullying just might be genetic. So if both of y'all jumped a man whose seed produced a bully, you think that man ain't going to come back for retribution? All I'm saying is, again, y'all be bringing stuff to the internet that don't belong to the internet. So that's why I felt like he must just be going for satire, but y'all believe him. Now, it's a few of y'all that's like, no, some girl said, when I started following him, he was rescuing cats. How a ninja who rescue cats go from rescuing cats to jumping people and talking tough to 7-year-olds on the internet? How did you become the very thing that your daughter is experiencing in school? Make it make sense. Your daughter getting bullied, so you go get your brother and you bully your daddy to teach a life lesson, because life ain't fair. You get bullied by responsibilities as an adult. Now, that one, he hit me in the feels on that one, because, boy, I'm telling you, Georgia Power be bullying me every month. No, the gas company bullies me. Because, see, I'm on budget billing with Georgia Power, so I already know what my bill going to be. And shout out to budget billing, because I got an electric car and I'll be plugging it up to my house and my bill be the same thing. So shout out to Georgia Power, but that god darn gas bill, y'all be bullying me. And I just want to go on record to say that the gas company be bullying me. So right there, he hit me in the feels, because responsibilities do be bullying me. But I just felt like it was the whole video was just wild. Wild AF, as the young people say. And the responses it got to it was even more wild. And as a member of the Throw the Hands ministry, I'm saying I do understand sometimes you got to lay hands on people in the name of our Lord and Savior, but some of y'all gonna jump y'all asses right into heaven. Keep on running around jumping people. You're gonna jump your ass right into heaven. You're gonna be swinging and kicking and stomping somebody, and you're gonna open your eyes and you ain't gonna see nothing but clouds and hear harps. Or you're gonna be kicking and stomping somebody, and then it's gonna get real hot on the back of your neck. You know, when that heat hit the back of your neck, and it make your kitchen curl up because you know he had a lot of hair. So it's gonna make your kitchen curl up and you start sweating on the back of your neck. My girl said them cats wasn't making him viral, so he had to, step it up a notch. But yeah, I don't know. Y'all let me know. Y'all think it's okay just to jump people because someone bullies your child, so you go jump the daddy. In front of the child. Now, I'm going to treat this situation as if it's real, but I'm going to tell y'all deep down in my soul, I do not believe it's real, but I'm going to treat it as if it's real. Picture this, Sicily, 1982. This man and his brother go jump the bully's daddy. The bully goes to school the next day and zups his daughter's ass because you and your daddy and your uncle beat my daddy up today. So now you got to get these hands and feet today. Did anybody consider that scenario? If the little girl already bullying and watch her daddy get his ass beat, you think she ain't going to be 3 times as more mad when she get up the next day and get on the school bus? Then it was the person, I don't even remember who it was, because I be trying to tell y'all stuff without saying it. Because again, I don't feel like arguing. And it's some people on Facebook who live to hop in the comments and try to agitate me to the point of getting a response out of me. And I purposefully ignore y'all. I hope y'all know that. But anyway, I'm sorry. I just had a thought that I probably shouldn't share. Yeah, I ain't going to share that. But I'm just saying. I don't know. Y'all be doing a lot for likes and clicks. I'm going to tell y'all that. But one woman got on social media and said, I'll be trying to tell y'all without telling y'all. And I said, has anyone heard from the bully's daddy? I'll be trying to tell y'all without telling y'all. Anybody heard from the bully's daddy? Because trust and believe, in the year of our Lord 2024, if someone goes viral for jumping me, my first thought, if I'm operating in a space of social media the way these people are, my first thought would be, if I got jumped, because I'm guessing it had to be outside the house or near the baby school. If I got jumped, somebody got it on video. The video probably going to drop soon. I need to say something. The bully daddy ain't say nothing. Somebody gonna come in the damn comments and say, he probably in the hospital and can't talk. Y'all got to stop. What kind of fiction writing class do y'all be indulging in the streets of social media? Child, you done put the man in the hospital. Is he on ICU? Is he on life support? What? What? He in the hospital. He probably can't talk. Y'all done put bully daddy in the hospital. Oh, somebody asked what I'm drinking on. Literally Coke. I had pizza tonight and I love to drink Coke with my pizza. But it's Coke. No Henny. Straight Coke. A little bit of ice. Oh, it's watered down. That's probably the Lord. Like, you don't need all that sugar. Let me water it down. I hear you, Jesus. But anyway. All right. I done talked for 2 hours. I have talked for 1 hour, 59 minutes, 24 seconds and counting. I'm going to let y'all go. It is midnight, after midnight. But I definitely appreciate all of you for checking in tonight. I appreciate this time that we spend together. Thank you for just allowing me to share my thoughts, views, and opinions on some of the hot topics in entertainment and celebrity news. And thank you for sharing with me your thoughts, views, and opinions. Because I really like doing these chats because a lot of times y'all don't realize, but y'all do give me another perspective, or y'all give me another way to think about things. So shout out to Misty for getting me in the fields tonight. Shout out to all of you who check in regularly. I see my sister Shantae in here, my girl Charlotte, Terry, Miss Shivey, like Lyrical, Mia, like all y'all be up in here. So I definitely appreciate all of you. I don't take it for granted. I enjoy seeing you guys in the streets of Facebook and them comment sections. I see Cookie Renee too, baby. Hey boo. I see my girl Cook, Hometown Love. So I just love y'all and I appreciate you. And yeah, I'm planning my daughter's Sweet 16. After I get the Sweet 16 done, I want to start trying to plan like get-togethers, like ICC get-togethers. Maybe I'll like take y'all out to dinner, something. And I know all of y'all aren't in Georgia, but those of you who are in Georgia, I'll take you out to dinner. Then I'll kind of see like where the rest of y'all kind of pocketed at. And maybe I'll come visit or something. Because I need to get out the house. I'm so sedentary. And my body. Right now, I'm looking like, what is it called? I'm looking like a black. Wait, hold on. How it go? Not a bleach bomb. I'm looking like a bleach black bad built butch body chick. I gotta get in the gym or do something. Because in a minute, I ain't going to be able to make the joke because I'm going to be looking like one, too. But yeah. All right. Love you guys. Oh, and just a heads up, next year, ICC 15 party in Atlanta. We're going to have fun. We're going to have fun. Just letting y'all know. Save the date. I'm thinking September or October 2025, but it will be the ICC 15 celebration. The last party, the year 12, so much fun. So much fun, but I spent way too much money. So I'm going to scale back. I'm going to scale it back because the ICC 12 party, I probably spent like 15 racks on that party. Not doing that. Not doing that. No, not doing that no more. No. Y'all gonna have pigs in a blanket, a good DJ, and just bring your Chinese slippers because it's gonna be some dancing going down. Okay? So, all right, love y'all. Get some rest. I will see y'all in the streets of the internet. Tomorrow, I'm taking my grandbaby to this Garfield screening, so I don't know if I will be online that much tomorrow. But knowing me, I'll probably get up early, try to squeeze a few stories in just so I don't lose my momentum in algorithms, because algorithms are the devil. I know that's right, sis. I'm going to give y'all some baby shower food. The venue be the most expensive thing because I got a really big venue for the ICC 12 party, and it was too much venue. Like the venue was this big and we like literally used one section, but that like Google came in and Google was filming and it was like camera crews and all kind of stuff in there. So I really wanted to have that space, but child, ICC 15 party might be a house party, child. We're going to be in somebody's basement with a blue light. I ain't going to go that bad, but anyway, but we're going to do it either way. Oh, and tomorrow, thank you, Candace. If some news shall break, I am requesting bat signals. Y'all know my phone number, hopefully, right? Y'all do know my phone number. It's 678-379-3441. That is my phone number. If something pops off, y'all text me. One more time, write it down, put it in your phones. 678-379-3441. Shoot me a text if something pops off. Okay? Okay. Love y'all. Bye.